Good afternoon, Mr. Newton. My name is Josh and I'll be conducting a health check on your XC60 today. To begin with, round at the front of the vehicle, this tyre is on 5.4mm and that's the lowest point. No cuts or gouges in the tyre. Coming round onto the brakes, now the brake pad's on the front. On the near side front, the brake pads are on 4mm. The discs are lipped and there is some corrosion to the actual disc itself. But if you look at the pad face, there is actually some deterioration occurring to the meat or to the friction surface of the pad. Coming around into the inside, now the inner pad is a lot lower than the outer pad. The inner pad's measuring around 3mm, the outer pad is on 4 on this side. Other than that, the suspension components and mounts on the near side are okay, and you can just see there the corrosion build-up on the pad face. It's just getting quite lipped. Coming across the engine and gearbox. Engine and gearbox both nice and dry. We do have a very slight bit of misting occurring just on that pipe there. Nothing really to worry about. We will monitor it as you come and go, but nothing I'd be concerned about just now, just so that you're aware. In future it may need repair. It's not leaking excessively, it is literally just misting, as we would say, and building up around the joint for the pipe. Coming onto the offside front tyre. Now the tyre itself is on 5.1mm. Again, there's no cuts or gouges in the tyre. Coming around onto the brakes. Now the brake pad's on the offside front. The outer pad is actually on 5mm on this side. There is corrosion and lipping occurring to the disc. However, if we come around to the inner pad, as you can see, again, the inner pad is very low. Probably say that that's getting close to about 2mm rather than 3. There is a bit of a lip in there as well. And the suspension components and mounts on the offside front are okay. Coming down the centre of the vehicle now, the exhaust is nice and secure and there's no leaks down towards the rear. And just above your exhaust you've got your prop shaft, which is intact and operating as you'd expect it to, or as it should be. Coming down towards the rear differential, no leaks on the rear diff, no excessive movement, any of the bushes or the mounts on the rear axle. Everything's intact and operating as it should be, and this applies to both sides on the rear. Now, offside rear tyre, as you can see, or may not be able to see depending on the quality of the camera. Just try and get some, there we go. We have got some cracking to the tread of the tyre. It's normally due to age. It's not something that you need to be worrying about. However, it is something that we are going to comment on, and once the cracks do get deep enough that you will require a new tyre. Just to let you know though, they are not ready yet and it is only surface cracking. Coming round onto the offside rear brake pads. Now again, the brake pads on the rear, on this side around 3mm on the outer pad. The disc is excessively lipped there. Give it some kind of gauge. See the lip there. And coming round onto the inner pad, and again we do have some. Sorry, a bit juggling with the camera. We do seem to have a bit more on the inner on this side. I would advise that coming around onto the other side, so the near side rear, again we do have lipping, and again the pad is getting low and is starting to deteriorate. See, there are a little bit more. It tends to be the outer pads that wear more on the rear. And again, we do have cracking to the tyre tread. Okay, so the rear tyres, the near side rear tyre is on 6.4mm and the offside rear tyre is on 4.7mm. So you've got plenty of tread left. Just to be aware of the cracking to the tyres and make sure that doesn't go down to the cords, or you will be requiring new tyres. And that concludes the health check. Just to go run through a few things. The front pads are wearing. Sorry, I've lost all my words. They're wearing more on the inners to the outers on the front pads. The inner pads are around 3mm. The offside outers on 5mm, and the near side outers on 4mm. So it would indicate some kind of bind there, or some kind of resistance of the pad surface. As well as that, there's the power steering pipe leak. Looks like it's coming from the rack. It's one of the hoses into the rack. It's nothing to worry about just yet. It's something that we can monitor. It doesn't need replacing yet. And other than that, there's the rear disc of the pads, the rear discs are lit, and the pads are getting down to that 3/2mm mark. I'll put all this through on a health check, and I'll pass it through to my service advisor. He'll be in touch, and I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you very much. Goodbye.